What's up, guys? I'm SaltEMike, and this is your Star Citizen Week in Review for June 14th, 2021. All they're doing is selling. It's week 2 of the huge funding drive every year. Invictus is the first week. Alien week is the next week, where it's just all imaginary stuff. Spaceships. That's what it is. The only thing we had even remotely discussing gameplay is a sneak peek this week. So let's jump into another wonderful week in Star Citizen news. And just a quick note before we get started, there will not be a weekend review next week as I will be heading home to visit family in New Jersey. And as always, if this is your first week in review, it's where I take all the official news from Star Citizen each week, pile it into one video on Monday, and say what I think about it as well. Also, I live stream on Twitch every day but Monday and Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/SaltEMike. So feel free to stop by, say hello. We've been discussing a lot of Star Citizen, but also playing a game called Conan Exiles, which I'm a big fan of. So yeah, starting out, no patch notes updates, but we did have a Squadron 42 monthly report. It was a small, this will be a small update, as most of the items were in last week's Star Citizen monthly report. So I have two different items that I thought I wanted to share with you guys. First, gameplay features. They added the reputation system to Squadron 42, but kind of made it work for a single player environment where it doesn't have to access your rep somewhere on a service, on a platform somewhere. It needs to be saved on your computer. I'm curious how they're going to use that. I would imagine reputation with your wingman and things like that, right? Level design, they mentioned dogfighting here and that they applied their work from the last quarter. I imagine we're going to start seeing things like, I don't know, capacitor gameplay and power management V2 is what they're calling it now, right? They really mentioned work that seems related to the faked stealth mission that was shown nearly 2 years ago at CitizenCon 2019. Regardless of the timeline, it is an absolute necessity, I feel, to be able to play that kind of stealthy gameplay with NPCs on ground and all of that. So I think that's important. So it was nice to see that there was some attention being played there, because it does seem like a integral part of what Squadron 42 might entail when we're not in our ships, right? Then moving on to video updates, we had an ISC this week that was basically the usual advertisement when a ship comes out, the Gatak Railen, and the usual part of when a new ship comes out is they give us the why and why they made it and what it's all about. So here you go.
We wanted to create a alien cargo ship, so we wanted to have a sort of above entry level cargo ship that could carry a good amount of cargo for its size, be well defended, multi-crew. We wanted it to be Xi'an, but we didn't want it to be AOPA, their combat brand. So we worked up this new company called Gatak, and this is the Gatak Railen cargo ship.
In the end, this was a concept from that 2019 sitcom that we referenced before of a Xi'an cargo ship. And, what a perfect ship to build for an Alien week, right? So it just totally made sense to do it. I think a lot of us were waiting on or expecting, I think, the refinery ship that was also mentioned there, but Alien week just totally made sense that they had already discussed something like that. Next, they give the details on the exterior cargo and why it looks the way it is and why they even do exterior cargo, with another ship. It just seems weird. So let's see what they say.
The Railen has 320 SCU of cargo, and this is all pretty much external. You can see it on the back of the ship. Part visual choice, part gameplay choice. They are fixed containers on the rear of the ship, and the cargo goes inside them. So having it external allows us to keep the internals of the ship all nice and compact, but also does give a toss-up in choice between, do I pick a ship with lesser cargo but is more protected, or do I go for this, which can carry more in one run, but has the risk of, if I get jumped on in transit, my cargo is more at risk. That's something we always try and do with our ships, is not have one ship that is superior in every single way to another ship that's equal to it. We want there to be trade-offs.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel with ship's cargo being exposed. It's just weird to me, but it seems like this ship does defend itself really, really well, more than any of the other cargo ships in game, in my opinion, and just based on looking at it, right? And that includes the C2 Hercules. So yeah, then they move on to an alien discussion, or an alien culture discussion, I guess. And I think a lot of people would think this is cool, but I won't be sharing any clips of it, and it's not because I don't think it's important. It's because they give a number of facts about every species, and to be honest, all of them matter if you're interested in something like this. So feel free to check it out. Link will be in the description. I mean, like, they even talk about how these aliens use the bathroom. It's weird, it's crazy, it's interesting. Then they move on to Star Citizen Live this week, and the dynamic duo of Jay Lee and Jared make a new alien species on stream. The end result was amazing, but this is a fictional alien. It will not make it into the game, at least for now. And yeah, I mean, if you're into these kind of dev streams, again, it's very similar to the alien culture discussion stuff. The whole body of work is what matters here, so link will be in the description. Moving on to other updates, this is really where the meat of today's show is. We had a sneak peek, which I thought when I saw it first, it was that door jammer opener thing. And yeah, we saw that before, and then I looked at the link, it had the word gadget in it, and I was like, oh, mining gadgets, that's right. So most likely this is for mining gadgets that are coming in, I believe, in 3.14. I don't have this in my notes, so leave a comment down below and let me know, when are mining gadgets slated to come into Star Citizen? And yeah, then we had Alien Week. So starting out with the Railen sale that we had discussed earlier, it's $200 War Bond, which is only new money added to the game, and then $225 if you use any store credit. For me, the sale page really shows what the ship has to offer. It really seems like an all-around better Caterpillar to me, but with less cargo, obviously. But when I say better, it's because it defends itself well. It looks really, it has the turrets similar to the Carrack, which look like they have a lot of range, pretty good. And then you got to remember, the Caterpillar's modular. So it's not really a cargo ship. It's a modular ship from Drake that can do many things. Is it always going to be a cargo hauler? I don't think so. So of that 567 SCU versus the 300 or so that the Railen has, your Drake Caterpillar may eventually be more in that range of 300, and then these two are like right in line with each other, and the Railen really seems to win out. So yeah, just keep your mind on that, and when you're thinking about, you know, the future of your cargo hauling and stuff. Then we had the Talon Alien Week package. Say that 3 times fast, it's really hard. This includes both Talons, all of the armor and paints that come with them this year. It does not include I believe it was the IAE Invictus paints, the orange and the blue. That's not in this one, at least I didn't see it. And it's about a $20 savings if you bought them all individually. Again, the Talon is $115 each. The new paint is $7. The AV's armor is back, and with 2 colors, the Talon green and the Talon Shrike purple. So it looks pretty cool, and they're $12.50 each. That's the full suit, full helmet, everything. Then there were a lot of other alien ships available for sale. The Nox, $45. The Karthwal, $170. The Defender, $220. The Blade, $275. The Prowler, $440. The Santokii, $220. The Merchantman, $500. The Defender paint, $11, and the Prowler paint, $16. And then they had some pins for $35. They also had some alien-themed contests, which the cook-off from last year is making it back, which was amazing. The prizes include a Prowler for first place, second place a Defender, and third a Karthwal. Trading card contest where you make a trading card. And again, prizes include a Defender, a Karthwal, and a Talon. Alien factoids. So these, check out their Twitter and their Instagram for these facts. This is similar to what they did on ISC, I think. So if you're into that, feel free to check those out. And there was a Railen Q&A thread where they're asking 4 questions about the Railen Q&A. The top voted question right now is about the triangular SCU, or whatever unit this is now, cargo boxes. So not really boxes, cargo triangles, right? So how is that going to work with the system, and how does that play into the the new cargo system, physicalized inventories, all that stuff, right? So that's kind of what the question was asked, and yeah, I hope we get a pretty solid answer on that one, because that is the really unique thing about the ship, right? Then we also had a Spectrum/Issue Council update. So they have multi-user private lobbies. This really seems like the next step to the integration from Spectrum into the game, where you can manage parties and things like that from a website or your phone. And then the new Issue Council. This just seems like a better version of the old one. More details in the link in the description on this one. And that'll do it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, after our kind of 2-week hiatus, we'll come back with a big weekend review with a lot more discussion on what's coming soon in 3.14. If you haven't checked it out yet, I did an Answer the Call yesterday on the just focusing on now rather than focusing on the long-term goal of Star Citizen in the future, because yeah, it's been 8 years. We don't really have much to enjoy in the game, and I'd like to see them focus on the now, and we had a nice, really nice, reasonable discussion about that. So feel free to check that out, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching, or I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.